Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Talking Packers with Steve. Um, the NFL season coming up, Week 1 starting tomorrow, technically, and then into this Sunday and Monday, obviously. I just want to come up here. I have weekly episodes now of the show here on my YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed, you're welcome to subscribe. Check out my other videos, other podcasts, and even as you see on my channel, whether you're new or already a subscriber, you can see in the right corner of two other channels that I'm a part of. I'm a co-host, kind of in a way, both of them. Main Event Marks and Talking WWE with Jay. So definitely check out their channels as well if you want to and have time to. But here today, obviously, is focusing on NFL, focusing on the Packers, focusing on NFL Week 1. I know all NFL fans out there are super hyped and pumped for their team and their own situations with their team, but also in the NFL season starting finally in general, because I know in the last past months, even before the preseason began, all we had on ESPN or at all that was somewhat football was the CFL, the Canadian Football League, which was entertaining to me, but not quite obviously up to snuff and power as watching NFL football games again on Thursdays, Sundays, and Mondays. So it's gonna be nice to have it back, and with my podcast and other podcasts that I know are on YouTube. I know there's one about the Oakland Raiders, Raider Central, I think it's called, or something to that effect. Then I know there's another guy that talks about the Texans, and I know that alike for your own team. I know Philadelphia, EDP, and other Eagles fans have their channels talking about the Eagles. So each team is represented somewhere on YouTube. I'm sure just have to search it out. And I technically represent the Green Bay Packers, but on my show I talk about all the teams, all the games, and all the matchups each and every week here. So that's where I try to separate myself from the pack. I have seen some of the other people's videos and episodes, and very well done, very informative, very interesting. And I'm just saying that for mine, besides talking about the Packers specifically, I also bring up other things in the NFL season, and in each and every week, especially with previewing, and especially only one episode per week, I have to review the previous week. So that'll be next Wednesday or Thursday, whenever I do the next episode. It'll be one of those 2 days. Then next week, I'll be going over week 1, previewing week 2. Here, I just have the simple job of previewing week 1. So I'm just letting you know ahead of time how the format of the show go. Also, for next week, I think I'm going to put it on my Twitter handle at talking_Packers, as you can see in the banner below. I'll put out a tweet of to people, and to my followers on that handle of any questions or suggestions that you have for a topic to bring up that has to do with the NFL or the Packers, whatever's on your mind. If you're watching live tonight or watching live in the future, like I said, the episodes will either be Wednesday or Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. If you are subscribed, you will get that email and that notification right away, so that's even a better reason, I guess, as an incentive to subscribe. You're the first to know of all these things when the hangout is created, and then when it goes live. Sometimes I create it right before. Sometimes I create it the morning of, depending on if I'm busy with other things in my life. So just fair warning there. So if you want to know right away, and if you want to know for sure, definitely subscribe, and obviously you'll be the first ones to find out when I'm going live, and then also obviously when it posts to the channel. So you can either decide to watch live, or maybe you don't have time to watch live. You'll just wait to listen to the whole thing and watch the whole thing at your own convenience, which is the best part of YouTube. Watching at your own convenience or whatever video or types of videos that you feel like at that time. So anyways, before I ramble too much, nothing. Again, if you're not subscribed, welcome to subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, right now I'm at 31 subscribers. I've been gaining a couple since I have started to do my podcast more frequently. Even on Monday, I started to do a live reaction of Raw. That went over pretty well. I mean, obviously not everybody's gonna like it, but it was a test, and I kind of learned a few things on my end that I might have done wrong or whatever that to learn from next week for the go home show of Raw into Night of Champions, WWE Night of Champions pay per view. Back here on topic, NFL. Let's go over the Week 1 schedule as I would each and every week. So this will be something that I do. I do apologize. I'm not looking into the camera. I have something next to me with the schedule since I can't remember them all in my head. But Thursday night, Steelers versus Patriots. The Patriots, obviously, defending Super Bowl champions, get to have that Thursday night game at home. Great that Tom Brady's been exonerated. The judge ruled in his favor, and he's going to be able to play in this game, let alone the entire season. His 4-game suspension, null and void. Totally, yes, the NFL is going to appeal, but that appeal, at least from what I'm hearing from people like Adam Schefter and others more in the know than I am, that won't even be brought up in the appellate court until the end of the season, heck, even after this Super Bowl 50. So depending on if it's overturned or not at that point, it won't be affecting anything but the next season. So, but yeah, we got the Patriots and Steelers, and also part of my episodes, I'll give predictions for the upcoming games, as I do anyways with doing predictors and other stuff. I'm going to go with the Patriots here, just because of the situation, being the first game, the only game on TV, obviously. Kick off the NFL season tomorrow night on NBC, 7:30 kickoff, if anybody wanted to know that. I'm going to go with New England. Sorry, just checking something. I'm going to go with New England 34-10 over the Steelers for them to start off the season. Also, then we have the Chiefs against the Texans. I'm going to go with the Texans there. Low-scoring game, 17-10. Browns against the Jets. This one's going to be kind of a toss-up. I mean, if you do the NFL, what is it, the NFL Eliminator Challenge or a game like that, I think it's called, or just picking them in general, if you're in pools, this one might be the hardest one to predict. And if you do the kind of the predictions where you rank them from most confidence to least, this one would get a 1. But I'm going to go with the home team. It's week 1. Usually you favor the home team, at least in my opinion. That's how I would do it, and that's how I do it. I'm going to go with the Jets here. I'm going to go 24-17 over the Browns. Colts at Bills. Well, the Bills are improved, but the Colts are still the Colts. They're just that dang good. So I'm going to go with the Colts 17-14. I'll actually have it close, but winning on the road, because it's always difficult to win on the road, no matter who you are and who you face. Especially in week 1. Week 1 is usually the week with the most upsets, because everything is so new and so fresh for all 32 of these teams. And with that fact, you get some upsets, you get some unpredictability there in the NFL. Dolphins, Redskins, I'm going to go with the Miami Dolphins. 23-14. Dolphins over the Redskins. The Redskins are just a mess. RG3 situation, and he should have been cut. Let him go, find a team, they should have done better than what they have. They're just trying to kid themselves and keeping him on the roster, in my opinion. Carolina Panthers at the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going to go with the Panthers here. Speaking of another person that represents an NFL team on YouTube, Big Q of Team Boy TV. Excuse me, his podcast, specifically Carolina Panthers, and sometimes I talk about other things. Usually that's the off season, but from what I saw last season, specifically Panthers during the regular season. But here I'm going to go with the Panthers, 21-0. 21-0 is my prediction for the score. Seahawks at Rams. Again, Rams are improved, but the Seahawks are still the Seahawks. I have them winning 35-17. Seahawks over the Rams. Saints at Cardinals. I'm actually going to go with the home team here. No Jimmy Graham. Drew Brees trying to get used to this type of offense, new cast of characters. Arizona trying to become something they're supposed to be. A Super Bowl contending NFL team is what they're supposed to be and what I think they should be. So I'm going to go with the Cardinals to beat the Saints. I'm going to go 24-17 Arizona over Saints. Lions at Chargers, not much to say about that. I'm going to go with the Lions 17-10. Titans and Buccaneers, probably game of the week. I mean, it is only week 1, but still game of the week. You have the two 1 and 2 overall picks in the 2015 NFL Draft. Jameis Winston, not 1 and 2 overall. Well, no, it was overall. 1 and 2 overall and 1 and 2 in the quarterbacks going. Jameis Winston and the Buccaneers, Marcus Mariota, and the Tennessee Titans. I'm going to go with the home team here again just because of that situation. Always go. If you don't know when you're making picks, always go with the home team, especially in week 1. That's just my opinion and just my 2 cents on that. Again, I'm going to go with the Buccaneers here. I'm going to go low-scoring game, definitely. I'm actually going to go 10-7, 10-7 final, just because I think with 2 rookie quarterbacks, but the Titans and Buccaneers defense both actually improved, to be quite honest. And usually I don't have a lot of positive things to say about the Titans defense. I mean, just hear what I said last season on Talking Package with Steve back on Blog Talk Radio. But they have improved, give them their props, and I think Tampa Bay has as well. And you have 2 rookie quarterbacks starting the first game, full speed, full contact, 100%. None of this, in all due respect, preseason stuff. Let's just say stuff, or BS, or however people want to call it. This is the real deal now. This is the regular season. This is true NFL. This is where you make your money. You make your money's worth. This is where you sink or swim kind of thing. And both of them, obviously, were drafted with their teams for a reason. But this is where they're going to have to prove themselves. And I'm going to go with Jameis Winston getting the win over Marcus Mariota here. As I said, 10-7. Bengals at the Oakland Raiders. I'm actually going with the Oakland Raiders. I think everything that they've done in the offseason, their draft pick of Amari Cooper, and some other things that I've actually learned from watching Raiders Central YouTube episodes on his channel. So shout out to him. And other things that I've learned, within the team, makes me think that this year could be a good year for the Raiders. As I said in my previous episode where I was giving my general NFL picks and predictions, and here I'm going to do my official ones. I'm sure they might be the same, but we'll see. I think the Raiders and the Buccaneers can be 2 teams that can do something in their divisions in the NFC and AFC. Heck, you never know. They could be the dark horse teams that meet each other in the Super Bowl. Be a rematch because they faced each other in the past. Back when John Gruden was the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But this time, if they make it to the Super Bowl, especially in this year, it'd be rookie Jameis Winston against second year? Yeah, second year quarterback in Derek Carr. So that'd be a pretty good matchup too. Just saying. Plus, I like the uniforms of the Raiders and the Buccaneers too. I know that shouldn't really have to do with anything, but just visually, as I say in the past, I am a visual person. So that'd be kind of cool to see those 2 uniforms in the Super Bowl too, let alone those 2 teams, because I think those 2 franchises, in all seriousness, from what they've both done in the offseason, can make a run. We'll see. But in my honest opinion, I give them more chance than most have, or most really ever have, for those teams. So I'm going to go with the Raiders over the Bengals. I don't remember if I gave a score yet, but I'm going to go Raiders over Bengals 21-10. Ravens against the Denver Broncos. The final afternoon game. I'm gonna have the Broncos over the Ravens 35-28. That'll be good. And then Sunday Night Football on NBC. Giants at Cowboys. Again, going with the home team. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys, 17-10. Then we got the two Monday night games, as they always with kicking off the regular season. First, Eagles at Falcons, EDP and Philadelphia's Eagles against the Falcons. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Philadelphia Eagles in this one. Actually, this one I am actually gonna go with the away team. I'm gonna go with the Philadelphia Eagles, 28-24, 28-24 Eagles. The Minnesota Vikings at the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers, pretty much everybody left on defense almost, it seemed like, with retirements, with injuries, with trades and cuts. But I'm going to go with the 49ers to hold serve at home. I'm going to go 24-17 49ers over the Vikings. And now to my personal game of the week. Obviously, I said the Titans and Buccaneers would be a national game of the week, as it should be. And I agree. But obviously, personally for myself, as a Packer fan, game of the week will be the Packers at the Bears, noon start on Fox. So I'll definitely get my popcorn ready for the start of the NFL season and the start of the Packers push to Super Bowl 50. Packers at the Chicago Bears, divisional game right off the bat on the road. But Aaron Rodgers, the Packers are ready to rumble, ready to get done. I see the Packers over the Bears. And before I give my score, and I'm going to give a little bit more news on the Packers. We had as all teams did, getting their roster down to 53 men, setting up their quote-unquote secondary team, as I like to call it. It's easier to remember. I know it's called the practice squad, but I like to just call it the secondary team. But either way, that is what it is. And Miles White, who actually made the 53-man roster, was cut 48 hours later to make room for James Jones, who he picked up, who himself was cut by the New York Giants. He was on the Giants roster during during training camp. Before then, he played for the Oakland Raiders. After he left Green Bay, from his last stint with the Packers. So it's great to have James Jones back. We kind of needed someone back. Definitely even better to have someone back that's a familiar face. And definitely help this offense with Jordy Nelson being out for the year, with Randall Cobb, finally getting reports that he's actually going to be able to be back to practice. Let alone see if he can be in the Week 1 game. It seems like he will be, but we'll see. You never know. So, but like I said, I think with all the cuts and everything that's changed with our roster, and I kind of was hoping that John Crockett would make the 53, but at least he was kept with the practice squad. I know that's not what he wanted. As an NFL player, you want to make the 53, and be there with the guys in that respect. But as long as you're technically still with that NFL franchise that drafted you or picked you up as an undrafted rookie, I think that's a pretty good parting gift, or pretty not a parting gift because he's still with the team, but pretty good second place option. It's a pretty good second option. I would say a pretty good plan B. So, obviously, you'd want the latter, but it's better to have that than be a free agent and not know if someone will pick you up at all. So, so that's good, and Ty Montgomery, Jeff Janis, I think he's going to have a pretty good year. Because he has to step up. Like I said, all these other wide receivers we have on the roster have to step up now that Nelson is gone, and that shows how big Nelson was to this offense, to this receiving core, being the number one wide receiver. But I'm sure it'll all work out, and I look forward to seeing how the rest of the group does during this entire season. Because I think it can be very, very, very good. So I'm going to give the final score for the Week 1 game for the Packers. I'm going to have them defeating the Bears. I'm going to go Let's say, all right, let's not make it as hard as it should be. 24-10 Packers over the Bears for week 1. So that's kind of how I do it every week. Obviously, this is the first week doing it, but that's how I'm doing my previews into the next week. And then obviously, when I go over the past ones, I'll go through all the final scores of week 1 as I did here from Steelers to Patriots all the way to Vikings 49ers. Go through the final scores if there's anything big to talk about the other games, and then obviously the Packers in depth. And so I just wanted to explain, how the show will be. Obviously, I'll have other parts of the show too, where I might, like I said, I want to, put a tweet out there on at talking_Packers, and if you want, even if you don't see the tweet, or if I don't remember to do the tweet, or create it, if you do have any questions, or you want a subject brought up, or want me to answer a question while the NFL games are going on, just welcome to tweet me at talking_Packers at any time between now and next Wednesday or Thursday. And the next episode will be, again, to find out even more about that and to get the first crack of knowing when I go live and when a video is posted. Welcome to subscribe, because then it'll come right into your email. And just like I know I do from other YouTube channels I subscribe to, that I know right away, and then check their channel and watch their content. So, but yeah, that's kind of how this show is going to go this season. A little different from last season. Last season, I was 100% Packer specific on Blog Talk Radio, and I wanted to change it up now that I'm on YouTube, going up against other people that are very good at and better quality, to be quite honest, with their videos. I'm lucky enough to even have this to do Hangouts. But me trying to separate myself, not to be mean about it. Obviously, I'm just trying to separate myself, trying to gain my own, slowly but surely a fan base that enjoys my content. Real fans of the show, and obviously real fans of the NFL, because I know there's many of those men and women out there that are NFL fans. So before I go any further into that hole, the only other things really to talk about since the season hasn't started yet is just some other things going on with the Packers, some other things that's going on with me in the NFL. I just, like I said, I'm super excited for the NFL to start. It's going to be another great year. And like I said, I want to get that tweet out, and you guys can ask your questions from now until next week, and I'll answer them in the episode. And even more than that, I will give your Twitter handle a shout out when answering those questions. Because if you take your time out of your day, or heck, on your Sunday watching your team play, Thursday, Sunday, or Monday night, to tweet me at talking_Packers, that has to do with my podcast, then I can take the time during said episode of Talking Packers with Steve on my podcast to answer your question. It's only right and fair to do so. If you're going to take the time to do that for me, then I greatly appreciate. Then obviously I'm going to answer your question, and not only answer your question, but give you a shout out, and maybe even a YouTube channel shout out if you have one. So I guess that's an incentive as well. But since there isn't really anything else that I was going to bring up, I said there was, but nothing that comes to mind, I'm going to finish this episode. Again, I think anybody that's watched live, this is kind of how the weekly episodes are going to go, with previewing the upcoming week with my predictions of scores and stuff, and the review of the past one, and as that goes all the way to the Super Bowl, all the way to 50, and beyond. So again, thank you for watching live. Thank you for watching when it's posted, and hope you enjoyed it. Smash that like button, share the video, and what else? And have a great weekend. Have a great NFL, like an NFL New Year. With the NFL season starting, enjoy it. Have a football party, or a specific team party, obviously with your fandom, as in like a Raiders party, or for me a Packers party. so on and so forth. Or if you're watching by yourself, or if whatever your situation is, enjoy this weekend. Enjoy the NFL being back, and I will be back next week. Take care.